Hello, and welcome to today's video, where we will be analyzing twice This Is For music video.
This for all my ladies who don't get hyped enough.
Now, you may have probably heard the names BTS or Blackpink at least once before, or heard this song before.
Smooth like butter, like a criminal undercover. Don't
Like that, oh yeah.
This is K-pop. For those who aren't familiar with it, K-pop is a music industry based in South Korea, majorly consisting of girl groups and boy groups, with some solo artists. K-pop consists of a variety of music genres that are represented, with dancing, singing, and even rapping at the exact same time. Twice is one of the girl groups under this industry, who recently released a song that holds a deep meaning that one wouldn't expect from the K-pop world. However, let me introduce you first to Twice.
하나, 둘, 셋.
원영민 안녕하세요. 트와이스입니다.
Twice is a 9-member K-pop girl group created by the company JYP Entertainment that consists of Jihyo, Nayeon, Jonghyun, Momo, Sana, Mina, Dahyun, Chaeyoung, and Chewie. Twice debuted in 2015 and has kept their cute concept throughout the years, while still having small snippets of rebellion and girl boss concepts. Most recently, Twice has shifted their lyrics and concepts from sweet and innocent childlike cuteness to a more woman-empowering and independent concept. Twice's older concepts definitely portray the stereotypes of women being soft, sophisticated, and innocent, and embedded beauty standards that we will be touching on later in the video. This Is For is one of their most recent music videos, and even its lyrics embrace the whole woman empowering concept. So the real question is, how does Twice's This Is For redefine femininity and reflect the broader changes of the representation of women in the K-pop industry?
Over the years, Korean women have been given very specific expectations based on how a woman should present themselves to society. In this video, we are going to explore how those certain expectations have also inflicted and affected the women within the K-pop industry. Based on Semiotics, the Basics, the author known as Daniel Chandler communicates to the audience that we communicate our social identities through the work we do, the way we talk, the clothes we wear, our hairstyles, our eating habits, our domestic environments and possessions, our leisure time, our modes of traveling, and so on. Using this lens, Twice's This Is For music video helps challenge those social codes, especially social codes that have shaped women's expectations in society. In a certain part of the music video, the laundry scene shows a very clear example on how Twice pushes back on traditional gender roles. As stated by Chandler, we communicate our social identities through the work we do. The laundry in the music video can be seen to symbolize womanhood. Women over the years have been expected to do daily housework in terms of cleaning, cooking, caring for the children, which has eventually led to the stigma on women to have these social expectations. As we look closely into the video, we can see that the members mimic doing laundry, which has over the years been associated with women. However, it leads to one of the K-pop artists pushing the laundry out of the scene. This specific laundry scene is how Twice is pushing against gender roles and social codes. In this very specific scene, playing with clothes isn't just to make the video look aesthetic. It's a way that Twice uses to move away from these expectations and serve as a way to rebuild womanhood. A way to help influence women to feel confident and empowered enough to step away from social norms society has placed on them. It's a way to show that femininity is not just about doing laundry. It's a reminder that femininity isn't defined by chores, but by strength, identity, and the freedom to rise above standards.
One of the most important aspects of K-pop is fashion. According to Insect Her, fashion is a phenomenon that exhibits cultural variety. It signifies cultural identity as a way of interacting with and relating to a certain group. It plays a significant role in how society constructs an individual's identity and how people perceive a certain culture for an appropriate visual appearance at a specific time. in the context of K-pop. Each K-pop's group character and style are also created by music corporations to distinguish themselves from the rest of the industry. Many ways that it's done is by a concept such as Twice distinguishing itself from other K-pop groups with an upbeat music and a colorful aesthetic that extends to the girls' attire, hair, and cosmetics, in which each singer is symbolized by a different color. This music video is no different with the use of fashion. When the video first starts, we see all the members wearing red outfits. All of them include a short skirt with a crop top shirt, showing a good amount of skin and what one would describe as showing a lot of femininity and sexiness. Then, a few seconds after that scene, we see them wearing what looks to be cargo pants, and while they're still showing skin and wearing crop tops, they're given a bit more tomboyish vibe while still being feminine. We see them wear these two outfits a lot for the first half of the music video. However, during the second part of it is where we see them have a big change. While in the first half, they're all wearing really similar outfits, the second half of all of them are wearing really distinctive outfits in a variety of styles. Some are wearing short skirts, others baggy pants. One is wearing shorts, while another is wearing long baggy shorts. And another one who looks to be wearing baggy gym shorts. And one member in particular is wearing both baggy pants with a skirt over it. These three outfits changes may not look as much at a glance, but when we look at it through the lenses of gender, they tell the story of women. With the red outfit, they show how women are often seen as sexy and are given outfits that are revealing as a way to tempt men. The tomboyish outfit shows how women are not always girly, yet due to being girls, they still have to show some femininity even when wearing a more male-based outfit. The final outfit change is where it shows that the girls don't care about all being the same, nor about following the social codes towards women. They're all wearing outfits that go with their own personal style, girly, tomboyish, or in between. This can also be seen with the scenes in which they appear with the outfits. In the red one, they are usually wearing it when they are dancing. The cargo one is shown when doing laundry, a bit of dancing, and with the vehicles. The last outfit is shown when they are at the train station.
In the music video, Twice comments on how male authority influences the portrayal of female idols and dictates how they choose to express femininity, as evident in the framing of a male hand directing the members.
It's pretty impressive, Sam.
Double pump?
It squirts the fuel in so you can go faster.
Oh. I'd like to go faster.
It looks like your distributor cap's a little loose.
Yeah? How'd you know that?
The male gaze, coined by Laura Mulvey in her 1975 essay Visual Pleasure in Narrative Cinema, is a term that expresses the way women are objectified and framed as objects of pleasure in mainstream media when men are in charge of the production process. The faceless man in the scenes almost acts as a stand-in for how male-dominated the K-pop system is. He symbolizes not only the industry, but broader patriarchal entities that control female idols such as fans. Author Liz Jonas, in Crafted for the Male Gaze, Gender Discrimination in the K-pop Industry, notes that men primarily behind these limiting girl group concepts dictate how girl groups are marketed as the ideal girlfriend towards a male fan base. This faceless hand is a visual metaphor for the dynamic that Jonas highlights. Women being puppeteered by an unseen male entity. From this perspective, the members are reduced to objects that are posed and directed. This person is intentionally kept faceless throughout the MV to symbolize how pervasive male dominance is felt in the K-pop industry, even when the men in question are anonymous. While the face is never shown, Twice's inclusion of the hand alone ironically criticizes the dynamic, giving the audience a peek behind the curtain of how these fantasies are manufactured.
Jonghyun is seen driving a convertible sports car. You might not think this is a symbol, but it very much is. In K-pop girl music videos, cars are rarely ever seen, and so is a girl driving an actual car. On the contrary, we see a lot of sports cars and cars in general in K-pop boy group music videos. But first, let's talk about the sports car, its significance, and why it's so important in the scene that helps reshape femininity. Sports cars, rebellion, money, and high income have been created to be a social code for masculinity, and more specifically, hegemonic masculinity. And That's My Man, Overlapping Masculinities in Korean Popular Music by Crystal S. Anderson, he mentions the term hegemonic masculinity throughout his piece and says, Mike Donaldson defines hegemonic masculinity as a culturally idealized form of a Western manhood that is exclusive, anxiety-provoking, internally and hierarchically differentiated, brutal, and violent. An example of hegemonic masculinity, specifically in K-pop, can be shown through a boy group named NCT 127 and in their music video for Two Baddies. NCT 127 showcase a lot of sports cars in their music video and rebellious or anxiety-provoking visuals that Anderson talks about, such as speeding, which Jonghyun also does in This Is 4. They even reference the popular and expensive car brand Porsche in their lyrics and refer to having two baddies or two women and one Porsche.
Two baddies, one Porsche. Two baddies, one Porsche.
This circles back to the idea of men looking at women as enjoyment, or the concept of the male gaze. The whole idea of having two women in your car and driving a Porsche can be seen as a flex in the world of men and shows a sense of manhood or hierarchy. It communicates that not only do you have lots of money, but you also attract and get many women. This proves the idea that a symbol such as a sports car has been made into a symbol for a hierarchy that has been constructed by social codes. Now going back to the scene, Jonghyun driving a sports car in the music video switches these gender social codes and is now portraying that women are the ones who can own these sports cars that are quote-unquote fast and dangerous, but also turn the tables and own that sense of hierarchy. This short scene strongly pushes back against the idea of women being innocent and delicate, and instead pushes forward the idea that women can be tough, be successful, and afford to drive expensive cars, reshaping femininity using masculinity.
Twice's This Is 4 subverts the narrow expectations that have shaped the male gaze by blending feminine motifs with tomboyish outfits, positioning women within traditionally masculine symbols, and confronting the forces that control female idols. The messaging signifies strength and honors women who break barriers, framing Twice as multi-dimensional subjects who define their own identity.